So, Jonas, you're going to join me today, aren't you?
Yeah.
So we're going to do what we call 1 point perspective. And to start off, we're going to draw some shapes. Try and keep them like squares and blocks and rectangles. And you're going to fill your space. So, for example, I'm just going to draw a square there. I mean a rectangle. So you could do it differently, Jonas. It doesn't have to be exactly the same.
Can it be like any shape?
Any shape. Triangles gets tricky, and so do circles. So we're just going to go for...
I was about to do a triangle then.
We need to do squares and rectangles. And I want you to fill the space with those shapes, leaving some gaps in between, like this, because that'll help when we put the 1 point perspective. So, do you know what 1 point perspective means?
Yeah.
So basically, every view that you look at has a vanishing point. And that vanishing point is where all the lines are drawn to. It's why things go small the further away they are. You know, if you look outside the window, something that goes all the way along, something far, far away is really, really small. It's that same principle. Drawing all these shapes. If you want to, you can do some L shapes or a T shape. T for tipping. Like Mr. T. That's it. Keep going.
I kind of made a face here.
Well, it's okay whatever you may end up making. It might look like something, or it might not. This is all just about practicing.
I'm being serious, it looks like a face.
Oh yeah.
A little cute face.
Cube face. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've drawn about 6 shapes there. I might just do one more down here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So maybe minimum 5.
I'm going to draw a very big T here.
Good idea. Okay. I'll just wait for you there, Jonas.
I'm going to do 6 shapes, not like you. And last but not least, I'll just do a simple small square. Oh, that's a problem. Does it matter if like they're connected or something?
No, it should be fine. Right, just leave it there for now. What we're going to do now is we're going to draw the vanishing point. So that's the 1 point perspective. So perspective is just basically the way you look at something. So you pick anywhere on the page where there's going to be your point. So I'm going to pick that point there. Okay, so you can pick any point you want.
I'm going to put my point there.
Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take your ruler and it's always going to stay on that point. It's never going to leave there. If you put your pencil on that point and then you push your ruler next to it, you can move your ruler around. Try not to move the pencil. Okay, just watch what I do for a minute, Jonas. So I do that, and then where it lines up with a corner of a shape, I'm going to draw a line. Okay, like that. Then I'm going to do the same for that part there. So the point there, and a line like that. Okay?
Okay.
And then I'm going to keep doing that on the shapes that are closest to that dot. So all the lines that are closest to that dot. Can I see what you're doing? Very good, that's exactly right. Just watch me for a second. So you draw one there, and you draw one here and here. But what happens if the line, so say I was doing the dot here, and I'm going from that corner, and it touches another, it's going to cross through another shape. Well, what you do there is you draw the line, then you stop when it gets to that line, okay? So you carry on, Jonas, and if you come across any problems, give me a shout.
So is it supposed to like all of them be connected?
Yeah, all of them are going to go to that point. So I'm going to carry on with the other shapes now. If you haven't got a pencil at home, you can use a biro or a pen, but obviously if you're making mistakes, you just won't be able to rub it out.
Gotta admit, sometimes when you do the lines, it kind of makes like a 3D type thing. Like, can you see right here?
Yeah, that's what's starting to happen. Oh, a little mistake's might have happened. You've connected this shape with that one, whereas all the lines need to go to that dot. So you need to rub that line out there.
Oh.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
No, we're using a B pencil, which is darker. The reason I'm doing that is so it shows up on the video.
Yeah.
Okay, so this point here, where would it go?
Here.
No. Always to the dot. All the lines that you draw now have to connect to that dot, have to go towards that dot.
And what about these two?
Oh, you've done that one wrong as well.
I thought like you meant like connect them together.
No, well they end up looking connected when it's all done, but they don't. So let me just help you quickly here. I'll draw a couple just so you understand. So from that point there, it goes to there. Same with this point here. Goes to there. So we'd need to change this line here.
Okay.
But it's good that you're showing the mistakes that you make, Jonas, because people that watch this can then realise how it's done. And that line would go to there, but it'd stop there. It wouldn't go through that shape.
Okay.
Okay? So you just keep going round and round like that. Now this is a great skill to have because it gives you an understanding of how to draw things in 3D. So I've shown you how to draw a cube, haven't I, Jonas, in 3D?
I tried. It's okay if I connect that there, but it was trying to go
No,
there.
because that would go through that shape. So if you just start with this one here, and then you do that dot there, and then it stopped there. So that one that you were drawing there was from here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what you'd do is you'd draw the line and then you'd stop here. You wouldn't draw it this side of that shape.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm,
So it can get complicated.
I draw this. Why do you need to like draw all the corners and stuff?
Not all the corners, because this corner here, if you were to draw it across, would go through the shape, and you don't want things to go through the shapes.
Okay.
Okay?
No, I can't go through the shape, so it has to be like that. No, it has to be like that.
Yeah. You're almost done.
Is it this one?
So you've got, I always put the pencil down, then the ruler, then I line it up and hold the ruler still, then draw the line. So you've got that one there to do, you've got this one, you've got this one, and you've got that one there,
Okay.
and then you're done.
How could you draw that there?
That's it, yeah?
This one.
Mm-hmm. Line it all up. Hold that ruler really still. That's it.
And this one?
Yeah. Line it up. Hold that ruler really still. It'll do. And then you've got this one here,
Which one?
from the
Oh,
top
yeah,
of the
that
T there. So when you're holding your ruler, hold it in the middle, near where you're going to be drawing, and then it's less likely to go wobbly.
There.
There you go, you're done. So now we've got all the 3D shapes all going to that vanishing point. Now, what we can do as well is we can then shorten these shapes. So if we want to, we can make these into shapes. So we go along like that, and then that makes that into a cube. And then I'd get rid of this line here.
That looks really cool. I'm thinking like.
I mean, you can just keep it like that, but
Like,
can you see what I do here?
Like it looks like it's going endless that way.
Yeah. So I'm going to draw a line here, and then another line there, and then I'm going to crop off that T shape there. But it might be that you have some shapes going all the way down. I'm going to stop this one here. This is quite complicated. If you want to, you can just leave it like that, Jonas.
Okay.
Now I'm going to put all that in.
So what are you supposed to do after that?
Colour or shade?
So are we gonna shade instead of colours?
Yeah, okay. I'm just going to rub those bits out.
Okay, so when you taught me how to do like squares and square like
Yeah.
shapes and letters, you told me that like on each side,
Yeah,
like you do like a different shade of colour.
exactly right, yeah. So you could say that the front of these shapes is going to be the lightest, and then the side are going to be
The darkest.
the darkest, but one side would be darker than the other side. I think it would look better if we did this in colours. So I'm going to go and get some colours, okay?
Oh, okay. So what am I supposed to do?
You can just wait there for a second.
Oh, okay.
Right. Gonna pick these colours. So let's just video just one. I'll do one, and then we'll stop the video, and then we'll show them the finished product. So say I was going to do the T shape here. What I would do is I'd just do the front of that T really light. I'm not pressing on hard. I'm holding the pencil about halfway up, not putting much pressure on, just gently covering the surface of the paper, like that. Then what I would do is I'd then go a bit darker on the side. Not completely dark. And then on here, I'd do the same shape, because it's the same side. Like that. Now, to help all of that stand out, what I'm then going to do is I'm just going to go around those lines again, pressing on hard with the pencil. Turning the pencil round so I get the sharp edge against the ruler. Going over those pencil lines that I did before. If you wanted to, you could use a black felt tip pen to go around the edges.
Remember to do that.
Oh yeah, thank you. Like that. Okay, so I'll turn the video off now. So here we have the final products. You can see how the shading has really helped those shapes kind of bounce out. So what did you think, Jonas?
I think it was pretty good. I think we did pretty well, and hope you do too.
Brilliant. So have fun and create some interesting shapes, and don't forget to send them to me. I'd love to see them. Bye.